I enjoy practicing law, and that's why I'm afraid to retire.
I started working with Pat in 1992. We've been practicing law together ever since.
Well, on May 5th in the morning, I was preparing to argue a motion in Carver County District Court, and I found I was having some difficulty with my handwriting. I was having pain in my right hand.
He started telling me what he was going to argue, and his words started to slur.
When I started slurring my speech, I realized that something was wrong.
It was scary.
And I got a call from my oldest daughter who said, "Mom, I got a call from the office, and they think Dad is having a stroke."
Our offices to 212 are approximately 10 minutes. When we got to the Ridgeview emergency department, the staff quickly evaluated him.
The triage nurse was worried about his symptoms, and so she did activate the stroke team.
In no time, they had me hooked up to monitors and were doing several tests.
Ridgeview has been designated a stroke-ready hospital.
It made sense to administer what they called the clot buster. And within about 45 minutes of them starting that, I felt pretty good.
There's a saying, time is brain. It's really important for patients to get to the hospital immediately after they start having symptoms.
I think that the nice thing about 212 is that it is quality health care really close to home.
They knew what they had to do. It made me feel so much better. I knew he was well taken care of.
Ultimately, the goal is to limit the amount of brain death, which then limits the amount of deficits that a patient could experience in the future.
Since the trip to 212, Pat has fully recovered.
I am back to doing my normal routine. I still work around the yard, and I was able to coach my 10-year-old granddaughter, 10-year-old granddaughter's softball team.
Okay, Addison.
When they had told me the symptoms and that he couldn't talk and he couldn't write and having a hard time walking, I thought, oh my God, my Pat would not live like that.
He still puts out more work in a day than I've ever seen anybody do.
One other thing I was able to do was to travel to Connecticut and see my middle daughter's first child, little Patrick.
He's a really important person to me, and I'd like to thank Ridgeview for keeping him alive for me.
I don't know what we would have done if that care wasn't so close. He would not be living the life he is today, nor would I.
My first cardiac event was almost 22 years ago. So there've been a lot of what ifs.
Okay, Eve, you got about a second.
I'm fortunate to have the medical care that I have had, and I just thank God I'm still here.